If protecting the life of a baby writhing on the table, having survived an abortion procedure, if that's too much, again, what precisely are we dialoguing about?
Hello everyone, I'm Joseph Dinesh, a Catholic commentator from Sydney, Australia. Today, we are taking a closer look at the extreme lengths Democratic presidential nominee Kamala Harris is willing to go to enshrine abortion rights firmly into American law. In a recent interview, Harris openly stated that if elected, she would mandate Catholic healthcare institutions to provide abortion services, ignoring their deeply held beliefs and their conscience. As we all know, such a mandate would force Catholics and others who uphold the sanctity of life to choose between following their moral convictions or complying with federal law. So to understand this further, we will start by watching Harris' own words, followed by an analysis by Michael Knowles to unpack the broader implications of this stance. Finally, we will turn to Bishop Barron for his insight and wisdom on how Catholics and people of conscience can respond to such a radical approach to abortion. Let's watch the first clip.
What concessions would be on the table? Religious exemptions, for example? Is that something that you would consider?
I don't think we should be making concessions when we're talking about a fundamental freedom to make decisions about your own body.
To Republicans like, for example, Susan Collins, Lisa Murkowski, who would back something like this on a Democratic agenda if, in fact, Republicans control Congress, would you offer them an olive branch? Or is that off the table? Is that not an option for you?
I'm not going to engage in hypotheticals.
No, I'm not going to engage in hypotheticals. We're going to force nuns to perform abortions at Catholic hospitals, and that's what we're going to do. You have Kamala Harris, who is asked about her extremely radical abortion position, and she says she will not even discuss exemptions. She will, in effect, force Christians to violate their conscience and murder babies. The Democrats right now are trying to legalize and have succeeded at legalizing abortion up until the moment of birth and even after birth, how they're weakening protections for babies who survive abortion and who are then left to die and won't even have their deaths reported on a medical room table, some cold table. I think it seems more relevant to talk about how Kamala Harris wants to force Catholic doctors, Christians in the medical industry to kill babies. For Kamala to fall into this at the end of her campaign, it's just the latest in a string of really, really stupid campaign decisions that nobody wants to defend. They want to distract, but they don't want to defend.
After hearing Harris' remarks, one might assume she's just taking an extreme position to rally a voter base. But this approach goes beyond rhetoric. Many politically aware Catholics in America will remember the intense legal battle between the Little Sisters of the Poor, a Catholic organization, and the Obama administration over the Affordable Care Act's contraceptive mandate. This mandate required employers to include contraceptive coverage in health insurance plans, which the Little Sisters opposed, citing that it contradicted Catholic teachings on contraception. While an opt-out option was offered, the sisters argued that even signing paperwork to delegate this coverage violated their religious freedom. This case ultimately became a landmark dispute on religious liberty versus government healthcare mandates, reaching the Supreme Court. The court ruled in favor of the Little Sisters, granting them an exemption, though the debate on religious accommodations in healthcare is far from over. So given this precedent, it is possible that another Democratic administration could attempt to compel Catholic institutions to perform abortions. So have you ever thought why Democrats are so adamant and refuse to even make minor concessions on abortion, including protections for infants born alive? Because they know that even if they compromise a little bit, the pro-life movement in America will push to make abortion illegal in all the 50 states. So when the Democrats have such an uncompromising position on abortion, can we even have a meaningful dialogue with them? That is the question Bishop Barron asks. Let's listen.
If protecting the life of a baby writhing on the table, having survived an abortion procedure, if that's too much, again, what precisely are we dialoguing about? Sometimes I think the term dialogue, which is thrown around a lot today, is used in a very casual sense to mean always being open and friendly and willing to talk even to those, who are opposed to our point of view. Yeah, okay. If that's what you mean by dialogue, I'm all in favor of it, like all the time. The church, as I say, is willing to have this conversation. We're willing to say, yeah, we'll get behind legislation that restricts abortion to some degree. Fine. But if there's no willingness to give, even in these extreme cases, I'm not sure what we're dialoguing about. So I'll make this very blunt and specific. I would say to Catholics especially, who are supporting the right to abortion, okay, are you willing to support this born alive legislation as a first step? That's all I'm asking. Are you willing to say, yes, we should protect the lives of a child that survived an abortion procedure? If you're not, again, I don't know exactly what the point or purpose of the dialogue would be. And I think that's why, to some degree, we've come to an impasse on this matter.
A clear example of the radical nature of the Democratic position can be seen in a controversial interview with Virginia Governor Ralph Northam, in which he was asked about protections for infants born alive after a failed abortion. Instead of affirming safeguards for the newborn, Northam stated that the baby would be kept comfortable and that the mother and the physician should discuss the next steps. His response sparked intense criticism, as many interpreted it as an endorsement of allowing a child to die post-birth based on the decision of the parents and doctors, rather than prioritizing the child's right to life. This statement became a focal point in the debate over late-term abortion and the rights of infants born alive, with critics arguing it undermines essential protections for the most vulnerable. Faced with these troubling developments, Catholics cannot remain silent. According to Catholic teaching, every human being from the moment of conception is created in the image and likeness of God. This divine imprint gives each life a profound inherent dignity that no one has a right to disregard or violate. Abortion, therefore, is not merely an act against human dignity. It is an offense against God Himself, who is the author of all life. This teaching places upon Catholics a solemn responsibility to protect and defend the most innocent and vulnerable, the unborn child. This duty is more than a moral stance. It's a commitment to love and justice that calls Catholics to speak and act with all their might, heart, mind, and strength in defense of life, upholding the God-given dignity bestowed on every human soul. Finally, I would like to end with a powerful quote from Mother Teresa. She said, "I feel that the greatest destroyer of peace today is abortion, because it is a war against the child, a direct killing of the innocent child, murder by her mother herself. And if we accept that a mother can kill even her own child, how can we tell other people not to kill one another?" I hope this video is helpful. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. God bless you.